Hi everyone, my name is Jamie Pemble and Jason has asked that I give a little talk about defined contribution with you all today. I've been doing the defined contribution approach for about the last close to a year, but I've really started to understand it more and be more comfortable talking about this concept about the last 8 months or so. I've had a lot of successes. I'll share a couple of them with you, but the two main reasons why I like the defined contribution is as follows. The first one is with new groups. I've had challenges, I'm sure others have too, where you have small groups, anywhere from 3 to 6, 7 employees, and you just can't get 3 people that are interested in AFLAC. With the defined contribution idea, it's a guaranteed group because everybody gets a benefit paid for by the employer. So that's one reason. The second reason is with existing accounts. My wife and I have about 150 plus businesses that we work with, and there's a lot of them that are pretty well penetrated. And we're lucky to go in for open enrollment and write 1, 2, 3 apps. So with defined contribution, we're adding that many participants in AFLAC. You might have a group of 12 employees and you only have 7 or 8 on AFLAC. Well, if they add a defined contribution, everybody participates. So you're going to add that many more participants in AFLAC that can benefit from it. So that's another reason. But the bottom line is you're running a lot more business because the employer's paying for it. So I love the concept. I've had some real good successes, and I'm using this my presentation with a defined contribution idea. I'm using it in pretty much every single appointment I have with new groups as well as existing groups for benefit reviews and open enrollment meetings. The successes that I've had, one of them was a group, and I've done about, I think I've had 3 groups so far that were existing clients that liked this idea, that implemented it, and I've also had 3 new groups so far. So the one that I can remember specifically that was an existing account, they only had about, I think, 3 participants in AFLAC, and they had like 12 employees total. So I ended up writing 9 more people there, 8 or 9 more people. And when I met with the employer, they recently dropped their health insurance, and I met with them, showed them the defined contribution idea, and they really liked it. And they agreed to do a $50 a month contribution per employee. So on 8 employees, I wrote about $7,000. So I had 2 other groups also. They were actually in the same town even, one of which only had 3 employees. This is a new group, and they never offered health insurance. And I just sat down with them and discussed the idea, and they agreed to do $50 per month. I ended up writing a little over $2,000 on just 3 people. That group I never would have gotten if it wasn't for the defined contribution talk. And then the other group had 6 employees, and what they did there was they ended up doing $100 a month for employees that were there over a year, and they had a couple that were less than a year, and they got $50. So what's nice about this idea too is it's not, a fixed amount for everyone the same. They can tier it, so you can do $100 for this type of an employee, 50 for this type, and you can differentiate it based upon like years of service or like job title. So if they're a manager, they might be able to get more than just a line person, for example, or a shop person. So you can do a lot of different things and be creative with the idea of defined contribution. So I always have a packet for a folder of my presentations, and on the left side I'll of course have an agenda, and then I'll do a benefits review. So I'll ask a ton of questions in there, and I'm really hitting on attracting and retaining employees and how they do that in their business. And on the agenda there's always a purpose. My purpose is simply to help your business save money and your healthcare costs as well as your employees, and find ways we can help your business specifically regarding attracting and retaining employees. So I'll do the questionnaire, and then I'll do a workforce report. I'm not going to go over that too much, but I'll go over statistics on that based upon income levels. That's very important to go over those statistics to back up what you're saying. And then I'll go over this sheet, the 7.3 sheet. I'll really hit on employer changes because most businesses, small businesses, either have gotten rid of benefits or never really offered them or are really considering getting rid of benefits. And my job now is just to comfort them and let them know that it's okay to make a change in this area. The government has provided relief for small businesses. You don't have to offer health insurance. When I started with AFLAC 13 years ago, most employers offered health insurance. That's just how you got health insurance through your employer. Well, the market's completely changed. Now there's a third payer, which is the government. And what we're finding with a lot of small businesses that we're meeting with is it's not actually cheaper to get health insurance on the group plan anymore. It's actually more cost effective for a lot of employees to go it on their own because they may qualify for a subsidy. And I'll let them know that by 2020 that it's estimated 90% of small businesses will no longer offer health insurance to their employees. So this defined contribution idea is a really nice way to still give your employees something, some benefits, and pay for some of the cost, and hopefully help attract and retain those employees as their business is growing. When I get to the defined contribution part of that fixed budget on the quadrant sheet, which I'll talk about after the 7.3, that would be this sheet right here. So I'll discuss the 4 quadrants when I get to the fixed budget. Again, there's really 2 types of businesses. The first one is ones that don't offer health insurance. So that's a pretty easy sell with the defined contribution idea. And I'll just recommend them either the gold, silver, or bronze. Gold is 100, silver is 50, bronze is 25. And so I'll let them know about that. And most small businesses are going towards a $100 contribution a month, but they can do whatever they want there. And if they do offer health, I'll just again let them know this is an idea where you can help save on your healthcare costs and also help your employees out as well, and maybe saving them on their cost also. And I'll use the wage questions that I asked them before to see if they do qualify for a subsidy. I'm finding in most employer situations, many employees do qualify for subsidies, and then I can show them the Health Sherpa and show them some examples there also. And in those instances, we might very well have to set up a second appointment to go over that. But that's about it. If anybody has any questions, you can call me. My number is 715-693-2435. One other thing that I always include in my presentations is an article from the Business News. And it's actually an article from Security Health, and it talks about defined contributions. So I use this to support what I'm saying when I'm talking in my presentations. So I hope you were able to learn something today. And again, if you have any questions, give me a call. Thanks.